Hey friends, my name is Kelly. I'm a homeschool mom of 4, and today I'm going to share with you all of the curriculum I picked out for my son's 3rd grade homeschool year. Okay, so I'll start off with reading. My son is going to continue on with All About Reading. This is actually level 4, the last level that they make. So he started this curriculum back in kindergarten at level 1 and has now worked his way through. And I have to say, this is an all-time favorite in our homeschool. My kids just adore this curriculum. They actually beg me to do it. So it incorporates a lot of different elements, and I think that that's why it's fun for the kids. So it has activities. This is the activity book where it'll have the kids cut things out. There's games. There are practice sheets with list words that go along with the different stories that they're going to read. It also comes with magnet tiles and flashcards. So it seems a little overwhelming with all the different elements, but the teacher's manual does a really good job scripting everything, and it's actually pretty simple to get through. So I really enjoy doing this with my kids as well. So this is one of the readers. This is an older version that is black and white, but if you purchase the new edition, it comes in full color. So the illustrations are just beautiful. The stories are short and simple, but engaging. So definitely a winner for us. So we're going to continue on with All About Reading. For writing and grammar, I actually have 2 programs I'm going to use this year, which sounds a little crazy, but I have a plan, so I'll explain that in a minute. But this is Bob Jones English. My son used this last year in 2nd grade, and we're just continuing on. So I really like this program. I love the way it's laid out. So it starts with a chapter of grammar, then it'll go into a chapter of writing, then it'll go back to a chapter of grammar, and then a chapter of writing. And we've used programs before that have like all of the grammar at the beginning and then all of the composition towards the end. And I like going back and forth. So the worksheets are simple. This is like where it will teach the child the new concept, and then there's guided practice that you'll do with the child. And then on the back of the sheet is independent work. So same thing, but just they'll work through it independently. And each day is just front and back of the worksheet. At the end of each chapter, there's going to be a chapter review and also a cumulative review, which I love that because I find my kids forget things so easily. So it goes back over all of the different concepts that were taught beforehand. And just works that right into the program. Another thing I'll say about this is that it has simplified the writing process for my kids. So I love the way it breaks down each writing assignment. It'll give an example from the very beginning of what's expected and then just go through step by step the planning, the proofreading, the drafting, the revising, all of it. Those aren't in order, but you know what I mean. So we love Bob Jones. The other thing I'm going to pull in is Fix It Grammar. This is the Nose Tree Student Book 1. I think there's like 7 books in this series. And what this is an actual book that is broken down into daily sentences that your child is going to either fix or label, just different things. So like this lesson, they're going to go in and mark the right punctuation, and then they're going to label all of the nouns. And so it also works in vocabulary. So these highlighted words are vocabulary words that your child will look up in the dictionary and then copy the definition into a notebook. And then when they're done marking or fixing each sentence, they'll copy it into a separate notebook. So by the end of this program, your child has copied an entire book, which I think is pretty amazing. So it will build upon itself. So like in the next lesson, it adds in pronouns and articles. So they've got nouns, pronouns, and articles that they are finding. They're putting the right punctuation on the end of the sentence, and then they're looking up their vocabulary words. And it just goes on who, which clauses, indentation, the whole thing. So we used this 1 year with our daughter, and it works so well. I'm actually going to bring it in. I know that there's grammar in Bob Jones as well. So if it gets a little too much grammar, I'm going to omit some of the Bob Jones and just stick with Fix It Grammar as our core grammar curriculum. But that is the plan, and we will see how it goes. So for spelling, I actually have 2 curriculums again. I do want to say though, if you're new to homeschool and you're watching this video and you're asking yourself, do I have to have so much curriculum for each subject? Absolutely not. This is something I enjoy doing. I like pulling on different resources and different learning styles to keep my kids engaged. So we don't do every worksheet every day in every curriculum. I kind of cater it as I see fit. And so we're eclectic that way. We like change. We like pulling on different things. So I have Spelling You See. I only have part 2, even though it comes with 2 books if you buy the curriculum brand new. I found this used at our charter school for free. And so I went ahead and picked it up. I think it even has another kid's handwriting in here somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. That's not a huge deal to me at all because it's free. Hey, I like free. So I actually was not planning on using this again this year. We used it last year for all our kids, and for this child in particular, he just didn't really enjoy it. So when we were talking curriculum, he's like, Mom, I really don't want to do Spelling You See again. Now my other kids love it, so I don't know what's up with him, but he didn't really like it. But if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know I'm a firm believer in this curriculum. I love the way it approaches spelling through copy work, through dictation. It reinforces phonics. And so because of how effective it was, and I saw so much improvement, I went ahead and picked it up. It was free, and he's going to have to suck it up and just do it. I think because we only have the second half of it, we can tone it back a bit and only do it twice a week. And then this curriculum here is actually the one that he begged me to do, which honestly, it's very traditional. Oh, I'm dropping things. So this is Soaring with Spelling. It's a traditional program. It's list-based. It's very inexpensive. I think it's like $15 for the whole year of spelling. And I'll show you just a bit of it. So day 1, you start off with the list words, and then it has the definition, so a bit of vocabulary as well. And then you will pre-test your child. And then the next day, just plug in the words to various different worksheets, different activities. I know there's like crossword puzzles and word searches and things like that. And then on day 5, you'll have your kid take the final test. So this is the one my son wanted to do, so I went ahead and bought it. I think if your child learns that way, it's really effective and it's affordable and it's complete and thorough. So I have nothing bad to say about this curriculum. It's just definitely not the one I would have picked, but it does matter to me that my kids enjoy school. So if we can afford it and I can give him that, then I will. So this is Soaring with Spelling, Jack Chris Publishing. All right, for handwriting, we're going with Handwriting Without Tears again this year. Since my son's going into 3rd grade, we're going to introduce Cursive. Now I have to say I was a little bit apprehensive to introduce this year because my son's print is still pretty sloppy. I don't know what it is about my boys. My daughter has really nice, neat handwriting, and my boys just need a little extra help. Is that just me, or is that like that in all families? I don't know. But I went ahead and got it because my son's really excited to try it. And because a lot of our curriculums incorporate copy work, I know he's going to continue to get print practice. So this may be a drawback for some, but the style of this cursive is actually straight up and down and not the traditional old school slanted type of cursive. So I happen to like that. I think it's kind of cool. I really like the way that this cursive looks. So my kids have really enjoyed these worksheets and it's been effective. So we're going to continue on with Handwriting Without Tears. All right, we're getting towards the end here. The only thing that I haven't shared with you is math, which I don't have to show you because he's using teaching textbooks and it's an online subscription-based program. He'll be going into level 5 this year. So he is pretty advanced in math. It's something that he's really gifted at. So I've used a variety of different curriculums over the years. We've used Horizons. We've used Singapore. Last year, he actually did Horizons level 3 and teaching textbooks level 4 and completed both curriculums. So I may do something similar to that this year. I just haven't quite decided. If I do get a Becca or Horizons, I'll probably get grade 4, and then he'll do that along with teaching textbooks. notebooks. But what I did want to show you, that is a graph notebook that he'll be using alongside teaching textbooks. And then this binder I got off of Amazon. It has a lot of different pockets that I'm going to put different notebooks in. So he has a spiral notebook for fix-it grammar that will live here, and then whatever else. I haven't quite decided, but I just love how there are these pockets for different notebooks in here. And then on the other side, my plan is to put all the worksheets that I make copies of, like our group subjects, things that I want to pass down to future children and I don't want them to use up. I will find a home in this notebook. So I'll put tabs in here. These are his history worksheets. I'll put his English tests in here. I'll put any extra workbooks that I buy that I want to make copies for all my kids. Will have a tab and a home in this notebook. So I thought this was a nifty little way to keep all those extra worksheets that don't have workbooks themselves. So that's my plan with this. Again, I got it off of Amazon. All right, last thing I'm going to show you. If you watched my 5th graders curriculum video, you will have already seen this, but this is just an extra thing that I picked up off of the All About Learning website. It's all about homophones. It's for grades 1 through 8. And basically all it is worksheets with gobs and gobs of different homophones. So they'll have the homophone up at the top, and then your child will just plug in the right one into sentences. So it'll help them learn how to spell them, where to apply them, and all of that. So I just thought that was a extra thing that I'm going to bring in that'll be good for reinforcement on homophones. So I plan to do this with all of the kids. Okay, so that is the majority of my son's curriculum. These are mainly his independent subjects. You'll see Story of the World up there. That is a group subject we'll do with all my kids. I do plan on making another video showing you all those group subjects like science, read alouds, history, all of that. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye-bye.